Vola Waila o veteranu, ako itabua. Ako do talitay na barong na Bula FM, nambanduan na sir.
Bula, alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambanduan na sir.
Ni Bula binaka, nanreking ko sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang ko sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambanduan na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang ko Jerry, yang may lambasa. Do barong nga ng Bula FM, nambanduan.
Bula FM, nambanduan na sir.
In the news tonight, corrupt municipal councils under the radar. Afternoon blaze destroys 3 houses. And hard drugs continues to infiltrate Fiji.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Several municipal councils have again come under the spotlight for corrupt practices, and some council staff have been implicated in unethical dealings. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar says some projects within these councils were approved without any proper assessment from authorities. In recent meetings with special administrators and council members, Kumar said they've noted some council workers are drawing up plans for outside clients and giving them the green light. Kelly Vavallo reports.
With more development plans in the pipeline, the local government ministry is ensuring projects are done in a transparent and accountable way.
We have seen that there are certain projects that were approved previously were approved within few days. And when I say few days, within a week. And number of important parameters were not considered. Important aspects like traffic impact assessment, environment impact assessment, and the project went ahead with the condition that you can submit your TRA or you can submit your National Fire Authority report at a later time. Now, that's not the way things should be done.
Kumar also highlighting cases whereby council workers approved certain projects without following proper channels.
This is the level of corruption we've seen at the municipal councils. In fact, we are also getting reports where some of the officers within municipal councils, these are the draftsmen, they also do the plans for clients outside, and they're the ones who will be approving the plans. So they also approve the plans.
She adds they're now looking at other ways to improve service at all municipal councils.
We are still working out how we can engage private sector to assist municipal council, or you can say how we can outsource some of these type of development functions to private sector so that they can be involved in assisting the municipal councils.
The ministry says it will monitor all municipal councils to ensure taxpayers' money is put to good use and Fijians are given services they deserve. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
18 people are homeless following a fire that destroyed 3 houses in Waila settlement Vatuanga this afternoon. Owner of one of the houses, Bijnesh Rahul, says the fire is believed to have started at about 3:30 p.m. from his neighbor's house. He says his wife and his 1-year-old son were sleeping and are lucky to have escaped unharmed.
The fire authority, they came without any water. There wasn't any water in the fire truck. By the time they came, they could have just come to my house. They were parking right towards the main road. By the time they came, they didn't stop it. It started to go from one house to the another house, and then the another house. 3 houses burned now.
Hard drugs continue to cause havoc in Fiji, says Medical Superintendent for St. Giles Hospital, Dr. Kiran Gaikwad. He says drugs, namely methamphetamine and cocaine, are causing numerous problems, and there is a great need to implement measures to fight this growing social threat. Ali Kimbia with the story.
The opening of the new drug and alcohol unit today comes with a challenge of trying to minimize the social impact of hard drugs in the country.
Soon it will be a big problem for us, but to keep this under control, we are trying our best to serve the people, and that's why we have taken this step to start with the alcohol and other drug counseling unit.
Dr. Gaikwad says they are currently working with other relevant organizations to try and generate more awareness of the issue. As the chief guest at the event, Prime Minister Buragi Bainimarama said issues involving hard drugs are mounting.
Substance abuse, my friends, whether excessive alcohol consumption or the rising use of hard drugs like methamphetamine and cocaine, is a growing concern in our country.
Bainimarama has also condemned those who continuously neglect people with mental illness.
Unfortunately, the stigma around mental health still lingers within Fijian society. Bullying persists, especially on social media, where we see keyboard warriors making fun and joking about St. Giles, and of course undermining the life-saving work of this institution and its staff.
With hard drugs becoming a major contributor to mental health issues in the country, the government, together with the Ministry of Health, is working towards creating more awareness on mental health issues. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Fiji is working with other Pacific Island countries to ensure tertiary qualifications are recognized internationally. Acting Director from the Fiji Higher Education Commission, Dr. Nikat Shamim, says this is critical for encouraging labour mobility and the continued economic progress of the region. Maggie Boyle reports.
It's been said that every child should have the opportunity to receive a quality education. In this room, the movers and shakers of the education sector across the Pacific are working to do just that.
The real gaps right now is how the Pacific qualifications can be internationally recognized. That's exactly the gap that people are actually talking about right now.
Holding up the Pacific qualifications to that of the rest of the world is both the aim and the challenge.
I believe that the skills and education and qualifications exist within the region. It's just a matter of coordinating ourselves so that we tap into that.
In Fiji, which is an example for other Pacific states, trust in higher institutions is prioritized.
Registration and recognition of higher education institutions, because with recognition and registration of higher education institutions, you can be sure about the quality of what you're getting. And it's really important in Fiji that if you're enrolling in a program of study in a higher education institution, that you are guaranteed a place in an institution which can be trusted.
The two-day workshop concludes today with discussions to be finalized on the development of a regional quality assurance agency. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Up ahead, cruise ship visit brings in thousands. And poor diet affects children, reveals UNICEF. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Satyama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Rakiraki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic.
The cruise ship sector continues to contribute massively to the tourism industry, with each voyage bringing in about $305,000 in direct revenue. The latest International Finance Corporation report highlights that Fiji's tourism industry is growing, with each tourist spending at least $90 per day on our shores. Koroi Tandulala reports.
Tourism Minister Pramila Kumar hopes improving infrastructure and services will be an added boost for the cruise ship sector.
The number of cruise vessels we have seen has also been increasing year by year. Depending upon the size of the vessel, between 500 to 3,000 tourists, along with as many as 1,000 crew members, disembark at the multi-purpose ports of entry in Suva and Notoka each time a cruise vessel calls.
The scarcity of culturally authentic products sought by tourists are not available in some ports.
We have seen that there is 15% of total spending from the tourism cruise ships in Fiji are on the souvenir sector.
Despite strong rates of disembarkation at all key ports in Fiji, there remains potential to increase onshore passenger expenditure.
That is to identify the unique selling points from each of these regions that we have around Fiji in terms of tourism. What's unique that a location can sell that's different from any other location within Fiji?
ATS Pacific General Manager Leigh Howard highlighted some areas that need improvement in order for Fiji to maximize its earning from the cruise ship industry. Last year, the cruise ship industry contributed 0.66% to our GDP. Koroi Tandulala, FBC News.
A high number of children face serious health issues due to poor diet. According to UNICEF, almost 34% of Fiji's children are overweight, while 8% are undernourished. This puts them at risk of poor brain development, weak learning outcomes, low immunity, increased infections, and in many cases, death. Pranita Prakash has more.
Many children are eating inadequate amount of healthy food and consuming more processed food.
I think it's really important to look at the development processes. There are two core periods in a child's life. The first 1,000 days, the first several years, first 2 years of a child's life are absolutely key. It's essential that a child gets the love, the stimulation, and the adequate nutritional support during this period.
Sheldon yet advises children need nutritious and safe diet with a range of nutrients to grow well.
That means exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. It means the child's mother having access to diverse and nutritious foods. It means that sugary and starchy foods are limited or not even being made available to kids.
You know, and again, the ministry is working hand in hand with other stakeholders in government, such as the Minister of Agriculture, and make sure that, you know, we have the existence of, you know, continue to have, you know, a lot of our foods available.
The minister says they have a health promoting program in more than 200 schools and hope to extend these to other schools. Dr. Wangai Nambete is hopeful that this will help solve the health problems faced by the children. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Amalgamated Telecom Holdings will be issuing new shares to raise $120 million. The ATH annual general meeting this morning passed a resolution to offer additional shares only to existing shareholders in order to fund projects in Papua New Guinea. Edwin Nund reports.
ATH has an ambitious plan to set up a new mobile telecom network in Papua New Guinea.
ATH sees, as I've said, the growth opportunity in the Pacific. We'd like to continue that. The company does require additional capital to do that. So one of the things we do want to also avoid is reaching a situation where taking on so much debt from a financial point of view becomes too risky for the company.
The telecom giant has taken out multi-million-dollar loans from ANZ to buy businesses around the Pacific, but now the bank can't lend to ATH anymore.
In terms of a single customer limit exposure for the bank, not for ATH, that is the limit of their lending. Now for ATH to further expand through debt or otherwise requires then that you do work with other banks, other providers of debt to do so, and there are different costs to doing so.
The ATH board says it's better not to increase their debt exposure.
We do need capital to expand the way we are going to. You can't rely on debt because your solvency and all that can get challenged. So I'm happy we didn't have big drama today about the rights issue anyway.
The Fiji National Provident Fund, which has the largest stake in ATH, has already agreed in principle to buy the new shares. The government, through the Ministry of Economy, has also been approached. Edwin Nund, FBC News.
The award-winning play The Guru of Chai by Indian Ink Theatre Company will have its Fijian premiere this weekend. The one-man show will grace audiences on Friday and Saturday at the ICT Centre of the University of the South Pacific's Lauvala campus. The Guru of Chai, written by Jacob Rajan and Justin Lewis, compares a classic Indian fairy tale with modern-day challenges in a display of storytelling. The play is described as funny yet beautiful, and performer Jacob Rajan, on his own, will be playing the roles of 17 characters.
Expect to be transported to India. For 75 minutes, we tell this incredibly rich story with a bunch of really crazy characters, and they're going to really feel like they've been shipped over to India for a magical evening.
And Kelly joins us now with the latest in business.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up after the break, BSP records multi-million-dollar profit. And in growing Fiji, flood mitigation measures identified for Ba. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulalo Bagh. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business, over $120 million profit was recorded by the Bank South Pacific in the last 5 years. This has been confirmed by the Group Chief Executive Robin Fleming as the bank celebrated its 10th anniversary last night. Oceania Sevens reports the enormous profit has surprised the bank.
Robin Fleming said profits made by the bank testifies the quality of service they produce.
In the recent years, we would have, in kina terms, recognising that the Fijian dollar is stronger than the kina by about 30%. In kina terms, we would have generated profits in excess of 200 million kina over the last 4 to 5 years. On track, the third quarter was 645 million kina net profit after tax, with PNG, as you'd expect, being the largest contributor. But after that, Fiji was a very, very strong contributor with close to 45 million kina net profit after tax.
The chief executive also explained the measures they use to address the liquidity problem encountered by the bank.
What BSP did, though, is we're somewhat more measured in our response from an interest rate perspective. So interest rate increases for our lending customers were nowhere near as high as that of the other banks.
BSP chairman Sokastos Konstantinou said the bank had invested tremendously in improving their IT operations.
In the last 5 years, we have invested 44 million in IT and technology to improve our systems and services.
It was also noted that the bank distributes 75% of its group profits to its shareholders, including the Fiji National Provident Fund, which holds 6.5% of shares in BSP. Jose Nununga, FBC News.
And Sinifa from HFC Bank joins us with the latest from the stock market.
Let's look at the latest in the forex market. The unemployment rate for New Zealand rose to 4.2%, higher than the 4.1% expected. This may indicate a higher chance for a rate cut at next week's Reserve Bank of New Zealand meeting to provide further stimulus to the economy. Currently, the stance of the RBNZ remains ready to accommodate should there be the need. Meanwhile, the US dollar held the upper hand against its rivals today, particularly against traditional safe haven currencies. This was on rising hopes for a US-China trade deal and a string of solid US economic data. Hopes that the Trump administration could roll back some of the tariffs imposed on goods from China as the first phase of the trade deal boosted risk-taking in financial markets. That's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Jennifer. Here today's exchange rates as set this morning. A mixed day for our dollar, which slid against the rising US dollar and Chinese yuan on expectation of easing in their trade war. The Sangamoli was also down against the Aussie and the Kina, but rose against the Kiwi dollar, the euro, and the yen. The commodities market was mixed. Oil continued its rise, now just under $57 per barrel. Gold fell about $20 to $1,485 per ounce, and silver closed down at $17.56 per ounce. In growing Fiji, thorough assessments will be done before plans are put in place for major developments in Ba Town. This follows the findings of a Dutch disaster risk reduction team that major parts in the town were developed in flood-prone areas. While presenting the report to Ba Town executives, Waterways Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy said the team also carried out scooping missions in the Ba and Penang catchments to identify potential flood control options. Reddy says plans are in place to address the issue, includes the dredging of the upstream and downstream of nearby rivers.
We decide where we want any new infrastructure and new development to take place. But what we have to take it as given and see how we can protect it and work around it and to see that new developments are taking place in the right place, and also new developments don't contribute to discharge in this area.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Inaka Kelly, and good evening in sports tonight. World's best sevens player humbled by award. And more on the national futsal side, held back in New Caledonia. There's some more coming up.
Natango merea maramani waya manetu ya sawa aweti kitu nandi ya undo marata kana varonga na radio fijuan.
Yawa asna vatili yawa maga Monica. Tondo varonga vale bona doma ibiti lambasa.
Bula natango aprosa nangarse ngor kraki do televeo na varonga na radio fijuan na doma ibiti. Natango tsani bukia ngoni na mosi ando talita kana varonga na radio fijuan na doma ibiti su.
Radio Fijuan na doma.
Fiji Sevens star Jerry Tuwai is still trying to come to terms with winning the 2019 World Rugby Men's Player of the Year award in Tokyo, being only the second Fiji Sevens player after Samisoni Viriviri to win the prestigious award. The Nippy playmaker credits the team, his family and fans. Felipe Naikaso has more.
30-year-old Jerry Tuwai says that he thought that USA Sevens player Folau Niua would get the edge over him during the 2019 World Rugby Awards.
No, never in my wildest dream that I will receive this award. But I'm fortunate and blessed, and I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of the team. It was a surprise for me because that's the idea, and I thought that Niua would have won the award, but I was fortunate enough to receive the award yesterday.
His sidestep on the field has been Tuwai's trademark during the Sevens series. However, the former Fiji captain remains humble on winning the award.
For me personally, I'm not that person that happy for this individual awards. I'm all about the team. Yeah, but I'm really grateful that I came back home. Then I have people here that love me, that love the game and support rugby, sevens in Fiji, and provided all this for me.
For Jerry's mother, Seruwaya, her son's achievement continues to make her proud.
I told him it's a blessing. Actually, I used to tell him that this is all God's plan. Coming through the struggles and watching him sometimes lose hope, sometimes going through the struggle at home and all what we have to go through. Now I can see that God's hand has been there with us all along. And it's been a blessing to us.
Tuwai is now looking forward to spending some time with his family before starting preparations for the Dubai and Cape Town Sevens. Felipe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Three brothers will feature for Fiji at the Oceania Sevens tournament that starts tomorrow at ANZ Stadium, Suva. Sebuloni Modinadangi and Iso Tambu are now joined by their younger brother, Kabekini Tambu. Aquila Dama with the details.
Never have three brothers played together for Fiji Sevens in one tournament during this professional era, and that is about to change.
It's a bit of a mix in the squad. Obviously, I believe in giving young players who are developing and finding their feet the best opportunity to do that, and that comes with having a bit of experience around you at the same time. I know how competitive this will be, playing against the likes of New Zealand, Japanese development team and other teams in our pool, and it's important that we give them a good opportunity to show what they've got.
Coach Gareth Baber opted for experience for the Oceania tournament compared to the team that will feature at the Darwin Sevens next weekend.
Some of the boys obviously that are in the squad as well, the enlarged squad, are going off to Darwin next week, and we're keeping them moving. And then obviously you've got 3 or 4 players who have got HSBC experience who are continuing with their conditioning programs.
Baber has included core members of Fiji's 2018-2019 World 7 Series squad, including Ratumeli Ndernalangi, Tsusuaba Kurnembili, Filimoni Mbotitu, Waisena Dhungu, Terio Tamani, and Aminiasi Tuimamba headlines a star-studded Fijian lineup. Meanwhile, Fiji's pool opponent New Zealand expects Japan to light up the tournament.
Japan and Fiji, they're both quality teams. Japan were on the World Series, and they've obviously got the Olympics to aim for next year. with being the host nation and, you know, great rivals Fiji, we always get excited around that contest. So that'll be no different. You know, start the season as we have done the last couple of years, hopefully with a close game.
The Oceania Sevens kicks off tomorrow at the ANZ Stadium in Suva, with the finals to be held on Saturday. Aquila Vama, FBC Sports.
Australia will give its best at this year's Oceania Sevens as they target Olympic qualification. The Tim Walsh coach side has been preparing for the tournament, playing scrimmage sessions in the country with the Fiji Sevens side. Walsh says winning this year's Oceania Sevens is their main goal, and they accept that it won't come easy.
Same situation. We have to qualify for Rio through Oceania. So there's a few guys that have returned from that team, so their experience will be pretty handy. But I think everybody knows the pressure or what's at stake, and you know, I think the team that handles that the best is going to be the team that walks away with the ultimate reward.
Should Australia not win this weekend, they'll have to play in a qualifying tournament to make the Japan Olympics. Australia's pool with Tonga, Nauru, American Samoa and Vanuatu. The Fiji futsal team is yet to receive full clearance to leave New Caledonia after undergoing tests for measles. The Health Ministry is also working with WHO to ensure all boxes are ticked before the team heads back. Faria Begum with the story.
Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangenambete says the ministry needs to be certain the futsal team poses no health risks.
Now that it's out in the open, there are other blood tests that we're waiting for, you know, so that doesn't actually mean that everything is negative.
He says they've been in constant liaison with Fiji FA.
There's discussions happening all the time. Certainly we want, we would like them home, but also we want to ensure that when they do come home, they've come home because they met the criteria that are in place, and WHO is actually helping us in that regard.
Fiji FA Vice President Jiten Reddy claims they have not been contacted by any Fijian authorities. Reddy says they haven't heard from the Health Ministry or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He says the futsal delegation is concerned about their families and also their employment. Reddy says they will only be able to fly out of New Caledonia on the 18th of this month, which is almost 2 weeks away. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
The Uprising Beach Resort Sports Complex has become a renowned facility for many in the country. The resort owners say they've reaped a lot of benefits from the investment. Save Wanga with this report.
It was an idea given to him by former Fiji Sevens coach Ben Ryan, and the investment has been worthwhile.
The limitation was the weather. If once our national sevens team had finished training on the field, if it had been a bit wet or damaged, we couldn't run any other community-based sport because we wanted to keep the field in perfect condition. So the idea actually came around it was actually while Ben Ryan was still here. He said, have you ever thought of an artificial surface? And at that time I just thought, no, can't afford it, no can do, we'll just have to work with this. And it worked, we got a gold medal.
Munch says there are plans in the pipeline to further develop the complex for other sports.
We haven't lost sight of our goals of developing the sports center into a really world-renowned training facility, having facilities for basketball, beach volleyball, the soccer, the rugby, the gym. So that's still in the pipelines, but one day at a time.
Meanwhile, Mobile Fiji today signed an MOU with Uprising Resort to be the exclusive fuel supplier for the Uprising Sports Center.
It is very exciting to have a world-class facility at your doorstep now, right? And there's a lot of opportunities that's being created from both a sporting community as well as the local community that we'll be very happy to work with Uprising Sports Center to support it.
The partnership between the two bodies will see the development of sports in the Navo area in the near future. Save Wanga, FBC Sports.
Chelsea mounted a stirring fight back from 4-1 down to earn a crucial 4-all Champions League draw. Meanwhile, defending champion Liverpool also managed the crucial win. Outdoor play of the day, and after losing control of his driver in the second round of the 2019 World Golf Championships, Justin Rose recovers well with a lengthy putt on the 10th hole. That's it from Sports Tonight in New Media. Find out how to record your iPhone screen without the use of a third-party app. That's coming up.
रहता है। हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है। बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोज सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है। हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायकर गोंगवा लेबू लटोका रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
In your media tonight, recording your iPhone screen without the use of third-party apps. And Angie joins us now with the latest in weather.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope this sunshine amazed you? Well, it was pretty amazing for real. It was almost like we reached 36 or so degrees, but we really was swinging in the low 30s. So drink more water and stay hydrated. Now looking at the west, it was too hot to really enjoy the nice weather. The night will be cool though. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, the sun was such a stunner, little hot for the central pelts. And up north, cloudy with odd spots of showers. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, low tide tonight at 9:31 p.m. with high tide at 3:32 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:24. Now looking at tomorrow, eventually the high pressure area is going to lose control and a cold front will approach. Now this means we might see some showers. Tomorrow's temps, the Sugar City will be humid at 32 degrees. And looking further on to Friday, we have showers in the picture. Hope that changes real quick in time for the weekend. And that's all the weather from the Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse, we asked, with school holidays approaching, should more educational activities be organised for students?
I think it's very important that we organize activities for school children.
To me, that's not right, because the purpose of the holiday is for them to have a break from the classroom.
Yes, I would suggest library day, swimming and other activities so they are kept away from peer pressure.
Yes, this will be extra curriculum for children, for them to spend their time wisely and enjoy much better.
It's a good idea for them. They can spend some time like they can enjoy it.
Definitely, you should have a lot of educational activities for the students and give them, let them be occupied during the school holidays, and that should really help in particularly what we would like them to know.
I think there should be more educational activities done for students and if the schools and especially for the teachers.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, we all wish to live for well over 100 years. Well, that's exactly what 9 centurions are doing at an Australian rest home. So what is their secret? Recapping the main stories for tonight, corrupt municipal councils under the radar. Afternoon blaze destroys 3 houses. And hard drugs continues to infiltrate Fiji. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Our poll question we're asking: should we have a nationwide measles vaccination campaign? Visit the FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day, an absolutely stunning one. This amazing shot was taken and sent in by Shabrina. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, our Twitter page at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot. Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है। हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची एफएम सुनता। गोल्ड टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा।
Mirchi FM, it's hot.